Behind the towering walls of the world's smallest country lies one of the most mysterious and powerful figures on the planet. He doesn't rule with armies, yet commands the attention of presidents, kings, and millions across the globe. He doesn't flash wealth, but he lives surrounded by it. The Pope, often seen as a symbol of humility, is also at the center of an empire with riches that rival global dynasties. From priceless estates to gold-embellished artifacts, his daily surroundings blend modest rituals with centuries-old opulence. But here's what the world rarely sees: the behind-the-scenes world of untold assets, billion-dollar properties, and exclusive access that comes with leading the Vatican. It's not just a position of spiritual authority, it's a seat of global influence, hidden beneath ancient stone and silent halls. And it all begins inside a city unlike any other. Number 2, a fortress of gold. Tucked inside the heart of Rome, Vatican City may span just 0.2 square miles, but its value far outweighs its size. This walled enclave is home to assets many nations could only dream of. With an estimated $50 billion real estate footprint, the Vatican controls properties across Europe and beyond. Centuries-old basilicas, palaces, museums, and diplomatic buildings that hold historical and financial power. Step inside Vatican City, and you're entering a world where ancient marble corridors meet modern wealth management. Priceless paintings line gold-framed halls, ceilings glow with Renaissance brilliance. Even the doors have stories worth millions. It's more than religious grandeur, it's curated legacy. Every inch whispers history and holds staggering value. From the outside, it may look like tradition frozen in time, but beneath the stone lies a modern financial engine, one that fuels operations across the globe. The Vatican's bank, investments, and global donations make it one of the most quietly powerful institutions in the world. And at the center of this empire, a leader with access to places most will never see, not even royalty. His private residences are far more than mere homes. They're sanctuaries of history and quiet extravagance. Number 3, palaces and private estates. The Pope doesn't live in just one place. He moves through a network of architectural marvels that would rival the most extravagant palaces in Europe. His official residence, the Apostolic Palace, isn't just a place to sleep. It's a blend of art museum, political headquarters, and private sanctuary. With over 1,000 rooms, it houses everything from royal-style chambers to hidden chapels, ornate libraries, and rooms adorned with golden accents and masterworks by history's finest painters. Beyond the palace, the Vatican gardens stretch like a living painting. Lush landscapes dotted with fountains, classical sculptures, and private walking paths where silence is guarded like a treasure. This serene escape, off limits to most, offers the Pope a quiet space surrounded by elegance and nature. And then there's Castel Gandolfo, a stunning hilltop retreat overlooking Lake Albano. For centuries, it served as the summer residence of popes, complete with sprawling gardens and panoramic terraces. Though the current Pope uses it sparingly, the estate remains a symbol of papal prestige. These places are more than buildings. They're physical proof of the Vatican's wealth, taste, and influence. Places where centuries of power were planned behind closed doors. But behind one of those doors lies something even more exclusive: a vault of knowledge, unlike anything else on Earth. Number 4, the hidden library. Beyond the lavish halls and sunlit courtyards lies something far more mysterious than gold. A vault of knowledge so exclusive, even world scholars must apply months in advance for a glimpse. Welcome to the Vatican Library, a fortress of human history locked away in silence and marble. Founded over 5 centuries ago, this isn't your average archive. With more than 1.6 million rare books, 75,000 handwritten manuscripts, and scrolls dating back to ancient empires, the Vatican Library is a treasure trove of human intellect and, quite literally, priceless. Some documents are so rare, they're kept under glass, shielded from air and light. Think illustrated manuscripts from the 5th century, early copies of historical records, and diplomatic letters between monarchs. The library's reading rooms are adorned with Renaissance frescoes, every ceiling a work of art, every corridor echoing with secrets. But access is anything but open. Scholars must pass strict background checks, and even then, they're granted only limited viewing privileges. The deeper chambers, reserved for a few select eyes. Still, the library is only one part of the Vatican's legacy of collecting the world's most coveted items. Because while books preserve the mind, the real showpieces preserve something else entirely: history encased in gold and stone. Number 5, priceless relics and artifacts stored in fortified rooms and displayed only on rare occasions, are relics and artifacts so valuable they rival the holdings of royal museums. These aren't just historical objects, they're symbols of the Vatican's cultural and artistic dominance. Inside these showcases, you'll find ancient chalices carved with unimaginable precision, ornate swords passed down through papal generations, and jewel-encrusted containers rumored to hold centuries-old artifacts tied to saints and legends. Some items are protected behind inches of bulletproof glass, crafted in gold, trimmed in emeralds, and covered in detailed handwork from civilizations long gone. Others are locked deep in vaults beneath Vatican museums, only ever seen by a chosen few. There are papal tiaras from centuries ago, ceremonial staffs encrusted with sapphires, and antique furnishings worth millions. But what's most shocking isn't the value, it's the volume. Tens of thousands of these artifacts exist in Vatican possession, many undocumented publicly. It's not just a collection, it's an empire of artistry, and while the museum halls display the grandeur, it's in the details of the Pope's everyday appearance where power meets tradition, because when he steps out in front of the world, even the clothing carries a legacy worth examining. Number 6. Luxury in ritual. When the Pope appears before global audiences, every detail of his appearance is carefully chosen, not for fashion, but for legacy. His garments are custom designed, rooted in centuries of tradition, and crafted from the finest materials in Europe. The flowing robes, the silk gloves, the ceremonial cape, each one layered in symbolism, precision, and prestige. Take the fisherman's ring, for example, a custom gold ring worn only by the reigning Pope and ceremonially destroyed when his term ends. Or the crimson cape worn during key events, woven with velvet and trimmed with rare fur. Even his footwear, simple at first glance, has been crafted by expert shoemakers known for serving royalty. These aren't mere garments, they're wearable history, and though modern popes may embrace simpler styles, the legacy of opulence is embedded in every stitch, button, and thread. But behind the garments lies a far more structured, demanding life, where daily rituals collide with world diplomacy, and decisions made at sunrise ripple across the planet. Number 7. Daily life of a global figure. Beyond the rituals, robes, and symbolism lies a daily life that's anything but ordinary. The Pope's schedule begins early, often before sunrise, with private moments of reflection and planning. It's a structured life, blending spiritual guidance with global administration. After morning prayers and a quiet mass inside a small chapel, his day pivots quickly into meetings with heads of state, dignitaries, and senior church officials. In just a few hours, the Pope might discuss humanitarian issues, address global conflicts, and review Vatican affairs, all within the walls of a city smaller than most neighborhoods. Unlike typical world leaders who travel with convoys and limousines, his movements are more discreet but no less secure. Every visit, every meeting is calculated. Lunch is usually simple, often taken in solitude or with a small circle of trusted aides. But simplicity doesn't mean detachment. The Pope still receives thousands of letters and personal messages from around the world, some of which he responds to directly. Evenings are reserved for study and quiet reflection, with time dedicated to reading, writing, and correspondence. It's a routine built around order and duty, but make no mistake, every minute carries global weight. And behind the Vatican's walls, those minutes fuel something much larger than just daily decisions, an economic engine powering operations across continents. Number 8. Global network and wealth flow. While the Pope may appear as a figure of simplicity, the machinery behind the Vatican operates more like a global institution. Vatican Inc., as insiders have dubbed it, manages a network that includes billions in real estate, international investments, and operational funds flowing from parishes worldwide. The Vatican's financial reach touches nearly every continent through dioceses, donations, and investments in industries like insurance, construction, and media. Its influence stretches far beyond its famous walls. Each year, billions are funneled into Vatican-controlled projects, some humanitarian, others administrative. The Holy See also owns diplomatic buildings in major cities across the world. Tourism plays a major role too. Millions pay to walk through the museums, view the Sistine Chapel, or explore centuries-old halls. That revenue funds everything from restoration projects to global missions. But with that power comes responsibility, because in a world where wealth often invites criticism, the real challenge lies in managing image, while guarding legacy. If this opened your eyes to the hidden world behind the Vatican walls, wait until you see how billionaires live in royal exile. Tap subscribe for more rare luxury stories.